What's up, everyone? Welcome back, and we are going to be working on the Cobra Project Apex Snake again, but this one is going to be a little bit more of a fun project that doesn't involve tearing the transmission out or any sort of maintenance or anything. So let's jump in. All right, so I got boxes full of stuff here. So what we are doing, there's a little bit of an idea there. So what we are doing is we're actually going to be tearing into this car, and we're going to be replacing all of the factory Mach 460 sound stuff in this Cobra. If anyone has ever driven one of these, the sound system, it's okay. Definitely leaves a lot to be desired compared to modern stuff. But the problem with it is it's all wired really weirdly, where you can't just take the speakers out of the doors and put new ones in. You actually have to kind of rewire the whole car. So I got boxes full of stuff here, and we're going to show you what we're doing. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be kind of figuring out what I want to do in terms of putting a sub in this car, because I don't have a spare. You can see no spare. The car did not come with one, and I don't have one to put in there. So because of that, this just falls down into the hole, and the trunk is, I don't know, kind of sort of useless. So I got a sub box off of Amazon secondhand. So I actually got it on a marketplace, and the box is meant to fit in this spare tire well. Now, we're going to test fit this so I can decide if I actually want to use it or not. I looked at this once already prior to starting to kind of make this video, and it doesn't really fit as good as I want. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this carpet out of the car and take a look at the fitment a little more. And just as an FYI, to get the carpet out, there's a few little push pins. If you fold the back seats down, that kind of hold the carpet into the trunk. So I'm just going to pop those off, and we're going to take this out of the trunk and see what we're working with. All right, so we have removed the carpet out of the trunk. I mean, you can see there's a pretty decent size spare tire well in here. It really kind of takes up a large majority of the trunk, to be honest. But like I said, when I bought this car, it did not have a spare tire. I don't have one to put in it, and one won't fit over the big brake kit in the front of this car anyways, so I'm not really worried about it. So I got this box over here. Now, this is from, I want to say it's called American Sound Connections. This is on Amazon. It's meant to be a box that fits in your spare tire well. Now, problem with this, and we'll show you in a second, I'm going to kind of stuff it in this hole. I think that realistically, the issue is that it's a little bit too big, and it's a little bit too tall for the depth of the hole. The other thing you're going to notice is there's a little like hump in the middle of the spare tire well. Not only is there kind of a hump around, but there's that bracket. Now I could, hammer that flat or cut that off, but for the sake of not cutting up this car, I would prefer not to do that. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so the box does fit in the hole. It's a little heavier than I would have expected, to be honest, but it doesn't sit the whole way down in there. I can kind of stick, honestly, I can stick, there's probably 3 or 4 inches that it doesn't sit the whole way down in the hole. And I'm thinking it's from that bracket on the bottom of the spare tire well. Other than that, it fits fairly well. So I'm going to kind of take a look and see where that hits on the box. What might actually end up being the best solution if I want to use this is, as long as it doesn't hit the wood part where the box actually, like the sub actually goes in the box, if it hits in here in this like compartment that's kind of meant for your amp and your wiring or whatever, I could probably honestly just cut a hole out of the box so that the box sits on top of that thing. So let's see what we can figure out. Okay, so I actually I flipped the box upside down in this hole just to see if it would sit down any lower, because I was wondering if I flipped it upside down, if that bracket would kind of sit in that open section where the that metal bracket is for the spare tire. See if it sits down any lower. And honestly, not really. There's like a 2 or 3 inch gap from this box sitting like the whole way into the hole, which is what I was hoping I would be able to get it to do. So I'm not sure what I want to do at this point. All right, so I've decided we are going to go back to the drawing board on using this spare tire box, just because it's going to be a little bit more work than I really bargained for to make this fit. So I cut out a piece of cardboard that is the rough dimensions of the top half of that box, because I was debating if I cut the amp mounting hole off of that thing, will it fit in the spare tire hole without that? And as you can see, even if I do that, the sub is going to sit right on top of that spare tire bracket. And the other thing is that the depth of this right here, the hole itself is about 6.5 inches, and the box is about 7.5. So even if I cut this thing up to make it kind of fit in there in the hole, it's still going to be too tall. My hope was that I could get it to fit in the hole and just kind of put the carpet, maybe a little bit of plywood over top of it and just do that. But I think I'm going to go back to the drawing board, and it's honestly going to be easier just to put a standard box just kind of behind the back seat in this thing, without having to spend a bunch of time figuring out how to make this thing fit. So no go on this, don't buy it. Let's show you what we're going to be putting in. So I got a pile of stuff. We have this kicker amp, 1320 watt Mach, 660 RMS, 5 channel. So we're going to run all the door speakers and the sub off of this. Skar audio, this is just a wiring kit. You could probably put together one of these cheaper, but this was only like 50 or 60 bucks on Amazon, and I'm lazy. So that's just wiring. These are going to be my components that are going in the door. So those are going to run from the sub. These are some Polk audio, DB 2-ways. These are actually out of my V6 car. I pulled them out before I sold the car because I sold it as a shell, and these didn't really seem like they were worth selling. They were like 50 bucks for 2, so they were pretty cheap. Got this from Amazon. These are just going to be some new battery terminals. I don't know if I'm actually going to need these, but I think I'm going to use at least the positive one. And the idea is a little cleaner install, where this has a bunch of hookups for your positive. I don't think I need the ground one really, but I do have a big 3 wiring kit from the alternator on the power wire already, so I wanted to make it kind of clean. Got that, we got our amp. And then we have a kicker 10-inch Comp C sub. So that's going to be our sub going in the trunk. That's going to be our new box, since we saw that the spare tire one doesn't fit. And then this last box is actually some cheap Amazon like Dynamat. So we're going to throw some of that in around the speakers and in the trunk, see if we can help kill the rattles in one of these rattle traps. So wish me luck. This is all going to be trying to go in the car. All right, so here's the subwoofer box that I got from Amazon after I unboxed it. Not sure how I feel about these cheap little terminals on the side of it, but should work well enough. I'm going to rip this off. But that's going in the trunk, so we're going to see how well this fits. Okay, so it does fit in the trunk, but it does not fit with this Mach 460 like amp rack or anything. So that was kind of the original plan, was I was going to rip that out anyway. So that's going to be our next step. All right, so we're going to start tearing into it. Pro tip, get yourself a set of one of these plastic push pin removal tool set things. I'll put a link in the description. Got these on Amazon. They're like 20, 25 bucks. Super useful though. We're going to be tearing apart all sorts of plastic clips and door panels and stuff, and it's very easy to break, especially if you're using something metal, or you'll be scarring up the plastic. So get yourself some of those. We got the battery disconnected. You always want to do that if you're messing with electronic stuff, so you don't short something out, kick a fuse off, whatever. So we're going to get into it. All right, so before we start tearing into this thing, I'm going to give you a before and after with the same song, so you can kind of compare how this system sounds now versus how it sounds after we put everything together. Now, the car is off, but I have it key on, so we get the head unit. This head unit is a Pioneer double DIN, does wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, all that fancy stuff. It's kind of one of the fancier ones. I got it a couple years ago. There's a link here. You can watch me put this and the backup camera in this car previously. So here we go. We're going to turn on this song here. And, copyright free just because, YouTube. So that's pretty low volume. Let me close the door here. I tried to pick something that had some mid, but as well as some bass. And that's pretty low volume. Ignore my phone notification. Now, that's louder. But you can tell at that volume it kind of starts to distort. So let me turn this down. So the volume and the bass is okay, but the distortion's not great. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna step outside the car. Got the remote for this thing in here. I do. Well, battery's dead in my remote. All right, well, we're gonna turn this back up. I'm gonna step out of the car. All right, so that's from outside the car. That's on 14. So, like I said, it doesn't sound bad necessarily, but doesn't sound great either. So there's your before. Let's get to it.